the men's Money in the Bank, and this is where my rant coming. It's not a long rant.
All
Rick,
right. I, I
I finally
already
figured out why Ricochet has a job. He's still here because okay, we talk about you can't talk whatever. We still like him for his. They keep him here for these matches. They keep him here for your Money in the Banks, you everything where it's so over the top where you have a lot of people.
Guys, this is Santino Morel, and you're listening to Wrestling Behind the Curtain.
yeah. You already know what it is. Do not be alarmed. I know you feel a little, you know what I mean? This in the 2022 clip. The Broski's back, you know what I mean? And we matching. So with that being said, real quick, Kenzo the Great's up in here.
Yes, sir.
You know who I
Back
am.
on the left.
You know who I am. If you don't, I mean you ain't part of the channel, you ain't subscribed, so that's on you. So hit that subscribe real quick. Hit the like, let's get it going. Promos out the way like we always do. Rest behind the curtain. We got the merch in the description box. July 3rd, I believe there's a 20% off coming. So y'all make sure y'all go get all that. Discord is free, so it'll be popping tonight for SmackDown and for AEW and for Money in the Bank. The reason why we're here. What else? Patreon. Go ahead and get that $1, $5, 10, 100, whatever. Let's get that. I think all the promos is out the way, but yeah, make sure you like because we're almost at 25K. We're at like 13 almost. So help us get out there. You know what I mean, we're here. I show the love. Welcome back, Kenzo the Great. I'll let you run point, but you know which match we're gonna have to leave for last. You know what I mean? But let's run point. So we're gonna talk about the card and we're gonna say what we think, and like always, engage y'all. So put in the comments if you think we got it wrong, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you want to say. It's all good. Algorithm goes. It don't matter.
Well, you say we know where we're finishing. Well, that means if we know where we're finishing, we know where we're starting because Roman only go on the beginning of the card or the end of the card. And since Money in the Bank, you would assume Money in the Bank go last, so Roman got to go first. So it's the Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. I ain't gonna lie.
You feel like this is gonna be first?
What?
You feel like this is gonna be first, but you don't think?
I mean, how else you have Roman go first?
Because what if you have Roman go last, but you have the Money in the Bank earlier? Someone cashes in during that match.
You could do that, but then when they do that lately, they try to do the women's match first. So then if we switch it order like that, then I guess you could have. I mean, you Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. I'm not really sure why this is on the card. So I guess we can start there.
All right, we'll start there. But because all the rumors I see is they're saying that they're trying to do a drastic ending for that match.
You didn't a cash in was probably. When was the last time they had a cash in same night? It's been a long time, right? They got quotas to fill.
I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen, but I think something different is gonna happen. But we'll get there when we get there. But you said Dominic and who?
Cody.
Oh, this could be a whole nother episode. It's clearly happening because they fucked up with Cody. They don't know what to do no more. Like they should have cashed it in when they did. Like they should have just ended everything that night. Like the Usos should have lost or retained, however you want to do it. But Cody should have won. Like that was like fire hot, white hot right there. It should have went. Now that it hasn't, I read a thing. I don't know if I sent it to you on the new Instagram, which is Wrestling Behind the Curtain. You know what I'm saying on Instagram. Go and check that out though. But in the description. But they're saying that they wouldn't be surprised if Cody told Triple H, I want to do my dad's storyline of I don't win for a whole year and try to come back and then get it.
They better find some way to make that real appealing because back in the day, they just put good enough matches and you would just ignore it. Because I mean, not to say that there wasn't storytelling back in the day, especially with with the roads of all people, but I'm saying it was less to work for compared to what it is now. So if that's the case, would the story work? I'm not gonna say it's automatic fail from the gate, but that's a tough one to sell for me. If that's what they're gonna do, just keep watching Cody lose and then win at the end because it's like, well, what's the payoff? Who's he losing to? Because they got some jobbers on this roster. Not jobbers, that's a bit rude, but you know what I mean.
So being honest, I really don't care for it anymore. Like he had me at WrestleMania. Like with all the false finishes. I was like, oh shit, they're really gonna do it. We're gonna be here. You're gonna get the belt. And then I was thinking, oh, he'll bring the Eagle belt and all that shit, but it didn't happen. So I feel like they missed a big opportunity. We talked about that before, but I don't know what to do. And even though we're going long winded on this one, I heard a nice little take about LA Knight is picking up heat, like he's catching fire. So if they were to turn him babyface, then what do you do? Because now the guy that's over as a babyface by himself is not the guy that you're trying to get over.
I mean, I can see that, but so LA Knight is obviously in the Money in the Bank match, so obviously everyone in the Money in the Bank match theoretically should have some heat. I mean, I can't really say that because fucking we get there when we get there. I don't want to because I'm gonna have that rant when I get there. But I don't know. We got to pick a winner here. I'm gonna go Cody. I mean, fucking hell. It's got to be Cody because I can't watch him lose to Dominic Mysterio. I refuse. I understand what you're saying about the whole storyline. There's many different options. Maybe have him feud with LA Knight down the road based on what happens later tonight. There's a lot of options, but I Dominic can't. What are you gonna do with Dominic if he wins here? He's not gonna go any further, and
Well,
this is
he's got major heat and it's really working. So if he wins, it's gonna be a hell of 5 more boos. So I mean, it could go that way, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Cody, unless there's some kind of interference of some sort. I'm gonna go. That's a Discord. Y'all need to join. You know, it's popping. But
yes.
I'm gonna go with Cody. So next, put what y'all feel about
Okay. I guess next would be the Intercontinental Championship based on our options here.
Just to skip that.
So that's
Riddle ain't winning. Riddle ain't gonna take that long. Riddle ain't winning. We don't have to go that long.
it's funny because whenever I pull up these cards, I don't always use the same place. I usually we got all types of sources we use, but sometimes when I'm in a rush, I use the CBS one because I know that's the one that's accurate because it's got to be accurate for TV. And they put little write-ups on them and with predictions. And this one says, and all I can see, because I got to zoom up in at the same time, and all I can see is legitimate UFC background. And I know they mean Riddle for that, but it's like Gunther is huge. I don't know what the rest of the explanation is, but who cares? First of all, this is wrestling, so legitimate means nothing. Second of all, I mean, if Gunther wanted to be a UFC fighter, I think he could take Riddle. I'm just saying. If anybody on this roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Matt Riddle is not winning. So let's make that quick.
I guess all the time we took with Dominic that we're getting it right back.
It balanced out like that. See, look at that. The World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor.
I like this match if they go, like if they give him time to go, but Seth can't drop that belt.
I think maybe we don't say it enough, but I mean, if we talk about just in the ring, this is gonna be again. This Seth freaking Rollins is gonna be great. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Seth can really drop the belt yet, but I mean, would it shock me if they tried? I mean, again, you said they're trying to go for a shock value. Knowing these people, I would be surprised if everyone's waiting for some good thing in the Money in the Bank match or who's gonna come out or whatever, and then bam, it's just Seth Rollins losing the belt out of nowhere. But no, I'm gonna stick with Seth for this one. But again, I'm not. I wouldn't be shocked.
Again, I wouldn't be shocked because Finn is good. You know what I mean? And he does have a stable, but I think his stable is having problems right now. So I don't think they're gonna help him per se with that match. So I'm gonna go with Seth. I feel like Triple H is gonna let him run a little bit. Unless Vince is in control in some kind of storm of fashion, we can get there another day. And he doesn't want that to happen, but I don't think he was a Finn Balor guy. I think he was a Seth guy. So either way, I think Seth should retain. So let us know what y'all think, because that should be easy. And I want you to laugh, but I want you to laugh. But go ahead. What's next?
We are doing this before SmackDown. You did already say that. I don't think SmackDown should affect the card too much. Maybe they add another match, maybe throw someone in the Money in the Bank match, but they shouldn't. Just wanted to throw that in there because I just realized, SmackDown hasn't started yet. So we got the 2 Money in the Bank matches, and then we got the Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. I'm guessing you want to do that one last. So let's do the women's Money in the Bank match, which we got.
Okay. Who's in it?
We got Trish Stratus, Io Sky, Io Shirai, whatever. Yeah, Bayley, Zelina Vega, Zoe Stark, who I liked in NXT when her beginning of her run, but they did not follow through, and Becky Lynch. So, see, they
Um,
made, I don't know. See,
all right, one more time. Sorry. So Trish, Bailey.
Trish, Io Sky, Bailey, Zelina Vega, Zoe Stark, and Becky Lynch.
All right, so I think Trish is a no, just based on no disrespect, just because she's older, so I don't think they're gonna give her a run. Io Sky, I don't think so. No shade. I just don't think that they care about her like that. Um, Bailey is maybe, but I feel like they fucked her whole run up when she came back. So unless they're trying to rectify that, I think no. Zelina, I love her to death. No disrespect, Malachi. You know what I mean? I don't need those hands and feet, but I don't think Zelina's gonna get that. So to me, it comes down between Zoe and Becky. I like Becky if they're not going for a new shock value. If they're going for a new shock value, I'm gonna go with Zoe.
So you broke all that down pretty good. So I don't really got to go over too many of these people. I have a problem with the women's money in the belt because do you know no woman has ever held the contract for more than 2 days? Every time we have this match, they cash it in on the Raw next that comes up next. Are women impatient according to WWE? I don't know. They always trying to sell these little tiny stories that you people don't notice. I don't know, but that's not random. They keep doing that. So if you want to look at
What about
everyone
Liv? I thought Liv kept it for a while.
who
I thought Liv kept it for a while.
did she?
I thought she kept it for like a year or so, or Carmella. Carmella did.
See, the Carmella that was before it was that's the one I forgot about. I do remember that Carmella, she definitely had it for longer, but they made that a farce because they made it a whole joke. They didn't take it serious. But yeah, that's probably why I forgot it. But yeah, that one she did have it for longer than that. Everyone else just 2 days. That's in the women's Money in the Bank been around 6 or 7 years now. That's so if we want to look at it like that. If we want to look at everyone here, who there's only two people who really get like a hot shot because everyone else has already got a shot more or less. So I would say it's between Zoe Stark and Io Sky. And if I'm gonna pick those, I'm going to go Zoe Stark because again, everyone else is a previous winner. Blah 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 blah.
I think they're really high. I think they're really high in Zoe too. So yeah.
I mean, this the call up. A lot of people thought the call up came out of nowhere. So I mean, the fact that she's even here, I mean, that could be a sign that they want to put the rocket on her back. And if that's the case, then that's right.
All right, what's next?
The men's Money in the Bank, and this is where my rant come in. It's not a long rant.
Oh,
I finally figured out why Ricochet has a job. He's still here because okay, we talk about you can't talk whatever. We still like him for his. They keep him here for these matches. They keep him here for your Money in the Banks, you everything where it's so over the top where you have a lot of people. Your what's the elimination chamber. Every time we have one of these, even though this guy never, or especially Royal Rumble, forget that. I mean, when this guy's never actually in the title picture, but he's in every one of these kind of pay-per-views, so he's automatically not winning. I just wanted to put that out there. This man's keeping his job for 3 or 4 pay-per-views, and that is kind of insane.
That was the rant.
Because I don't want to keep going on Ricochet because
no, that's cool. No, I thought
the man can wrestle, but
I thought the rant was going to be on Logan Paul.
We cannot. Oh no, we could get to that. I mean, I have no problem with Logan Paul.
Okay.
But we cannot just have a.
Who's in the match?
Let's go. Ricochet, LA Knight, Shinsuke. Got some of the story of Ricochet. Santos Escobar, Butch. Why is he here? Damian Priest and Logan Paul.
All right, so I'll do the quick breakdown again. Ricochet, we know not. We're not. After what you said, of course, obviously, no. They would be smart if they did it. Maybe turn him heel. I'd put the mask back on him. Do like a playoff Prince Puma type shit and let him ride. Because that run in Lucha Underground was fucking fire. He was like the dude out there. But that's not gonna happen. So Ricochet, no. Shinsuke, I don't know why he's in it. No. Butch, no. Who else is it? LA Knight. That's the iffy one because I know that they're kind of. Well, I don't know because I don't know them, but from what I've heard, I believe they're kind of on LA Knight right now. So maybe I heard Vince is very high on Logan Paul and wants him to win. Would definitely not be shocked if that happened. And who's out there? Escobar. I love him. For the new wave of Latino people, not the new Ray because I don't think he could be that, but the new Latin sensation. I don't think he's gonna get that. So I think it's between LA and Logan. And I'm gonna be honest, for them to get heat or for them to be pissed off, I'm gonna go with Logan.
So I look at this roster. I look at it like this: Ricochet, Shinsuke, Escobar, and Butch are not carrying the storylines on WWE TV. Like they're not gonna be like the type. I mean, and of all those names, Escobar's only one little bit of clout. Butch, forget about it. Shinsuke had his chance. Ricochet, we've already covered that. So that leaves LA Knight, Damian Priest, Logan Paul. Damian Priest, the Judgment Day, we're sick of you. I'm kicking you out because I hope you don't win, not because I don't actually have a real reason, because I can see WWE keep pushing the Judgment Day and keep pushing Damian Priest. It wouldn't be the most shocking thing in the world, but I would hope not. So that leaves LA Knight, Logan Paul. Logan Paul is the right. He's nice. He's a star. I do think Vince is high on him, but he's not on TV enough. And they wouldn't even give this type of stuff to the other part timers they've had forever. So I don't know why they would give it to a newer part timer. They could. So I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm gonna go LA Knight here because he's the rising star, like we talked about, and it makes the most sense to give him a shot at the belt. Even though, again, with the way the belts look these days, shots at the belts don't really even mean much because we just keep making jokes about how Roman's gonna hold it for the end of time.
Technically, from what you just said, it kind of makes sense for Logan to have it because he's not on TV a lot. You only need to be on TV to cash it in.
True.
So if you want to get ratings for that particular night because you think you're not going to do so well, you could announce that Logan will be in the building on that particular night.
And you could probably do it a couple times.
And do false finishes. I mean, false cash-ins, make people watch.
So you know what? I was thinking about the cashing aspect. Jake Paul is the best cashing aspect if you want to look at as far as like how many opportunities for that. So it's gonna be between LA Knight, Jake Paul. I'm gonna stick with LA Knight here, but we can't always agree anyway. So if you got I said Jake Paul, Logan Paul, it works out. They're interchangeable for me, the Paul brothers.
I'll go Logan too. Is that the last one is
Roman? Yeah, Roman and Solo versus the Usos. The last.
Yeah, so we ain't got no Bianca Belair. We ain't got no Rhea Ripley.
Again, unless SmackDown changed that tonight, Rhea getting a lot of internet clout, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I mean, but that's not what I've seen from any cards. So unless SmackDown changed that, I don't think so. I mean, we also don't know what's going to be the opener. So,
all right. So they said there might be a drastic finish. The finish that I think will be drastic, I would love to see. We've talked about it before. Jacob Fatu, pop up. Don't think it's gonna happen. I would love to see God. If you watch New Japan, you should know who that is. I would love to see them come and do something. That's probably not going to happen. The drastic finish, and I think it'll be crazy if Solo turns on Roman and joins his brothers. I think that's too predictable. So the drastic change that I think is going to happen is, I think maybe Sammy helps Jay win. That's what I think. But I definitely think Roman and Solo are losing. Because there's nothing really up for grabs.
I did think about that. There's nothing up for grabs, but the thing is, they lost to Sammy and Kevin. They gonna have them lose 2 times in a row. I'm not saying that's character changing, but they care about those kind of things. So I'm gonna still go with Roman and Solo because they make sure they try to do their best to make sure Roman stays strong, even if we don't need him to. But I mean, like you said, there's nothing really on the line. The storyline can move either way. There's probably going to be enough shenanigans that it doesn't really matter who really wins. It's how the finish goes, which we already know is probably going to be a shaky finish regardless.
Because Solo could take the pin because of what I said with Sammy, whatever. Roman gets pissed off, kicks Solo out.
And he goes, and then, they could do it like that and then have him go get other people. Who knows where these people are going with this story. I didn't see too many rumors. Again, maybe SmackDown to change some stuff. Definitely gonna keep an eye open for that, but I'm not. I see a 6 to 7 out of 10 Money in the Bank coming up because Money in the Bank. I'll tell you, Money in the Bank used to be one of my favorite pay-per-views. The COVID year maybe the year before that, but the COVID year might be the year that when they chucked Rey Mysterio off the roof, it's been bleak ever since. But,
yeah, because it actually used to mean something. It used to actually give it to somebody that you want to see rise up. And then it was no longer that.
They could barely do that with the Intercontinental belt. I'm not surprised they can't do it with the Money.
And then when they started doing that, I think Gunther was like, if you win, you should cash it in on me. And I'm thinking, why would anyone have a briefcase and want to cash it in?
No, this is not the first time they've made it. They've made the joke. Well, not a joke. When Tucker and Otis had it. They're like, oh, they could even cash it in. Well, not Tucker and Otis because Otis had it, but they said they could even cash it in for the tag team belts. And everyone's like, Well, why would they do that? That'd be stupid. That tag belt means nothing. But Otis loved his best friend so much, and then they broke them up, and we know where that went. So that definitely didn't happen. But they've alluded to, oh, if you have the money in the bank, you could do any belt. But again, if the belt at the top is really the belt at the top, why would you want any belt in between?
Why would I want the IC or the US belt when I can go for Seth or Roman? It makes no
Unless
sense.
you're telling me I could go for any belt all the time, and I'm just messing with people, then it's a different storyteller. But if you're talking about as far as actually going for, nah, man, it makes no sense to go for anything else.
Yeah. So when you say Roman Solo, I say the Usos, you know what I'm saying? Because those. So that's the predictions. We ain't make it that long. So, cut out some of the beginning time when I edit. We was here by 18 minutes. So, guys was in and out. I think so. Because some other dudes, you're probably going to watch 45 minutes now. But we out.
We having the previews as long as the pay-per-view.
You know what I'm saying? But we got things to do. It's Friday. You know what I mean? Got things to do. Got to eat. All that good shit. But put in the comments what y'all think. What we's wrong? What we right? What do we do? You know what I mean? We're usually right, though. If you watch our predictions, we're pretty much usually right. Too bad that Hard Rock Cafe shit is gone, so I could be betting, but we're usually right. The Discord is in the description. The merch. Like I said, July 3rd, it's going to be 20% off. Make sure you get that support, Patreon, all that good stuff. Man, just like this, subscribe, do the thing. We're almost at 25K. Help us out, especially if you like seeing us. Like, help us out. We're trying to keep it fresh for y'all. Like, help us out. So I'll let Kenny do his thing. It's been a minute. I'll say my thing, and then where we at.
Chance usually do the be yourself, but it's been a rough little while. I'm gonna tell people for sure, love your people, talk to your people always, because life too short. You never know when your people are gonna be gone. You really never know. Like, you think you know, but you never know. So always make sure you take care of your mental. Talk to people.
I'm just gonna let him close that out. I couldn't say it better.
Straight shot, no chasing.